This is the homily for the fourth Sunday of Easter, May 3rd, 2020. Our first reading is from the Acts of the Apostles, chapter 2, verses 14a and 36 to 41. Our second reading is from the first letter of St. Peter, chapter 2, verses 20b to 25. And our gospel is from St. John, chapter 10, verses 1 to 10. I came so that they might have life and have it more abundantly. The fourth Sunday of Easter is often referred to as Good Shepherd Sunday. We have the image in the gospel of Jesus as shepherd of the sheep and as the gate through which the sheep enter the fold. In the ancient Near East of Jesus' day, the relationship of shepherds and sheep was different than that of modern-day sheep ranchers. In Jesus' day, sheep were treated more like pets. They were raised primarily for their milk and wool, and only occasionally for their meat. A sheep would only answer and follow the voice or whistle of its shepherd. The shepherd only had the welfare of the sheep in mind. This is probably why Jesus used this analogy to describe his relationship to us. I came so that they might have life and have it more abundantly. Jesus portrays himself as the shepherd and the gate in order to be a role model for all who are in positions of authority. Authority figures are called to serve those in their charge. The welfare of those entrusted to them should be the only motivation of those in authority. Pope, bishops, priests, deacons, and members of religious orders of men and women are called to serve the legitimate needs of those entrusted to them. Parents, teachers, coaches, and scout leaders are given the same responsibility. All those in authority are to model their leadership after Jesus, the Good Shepherd. We are reminded all too painfully today that some people in authority have not lived up to their responsibilities. The sexual abuse of children by some priests, as well as other people in authority, has certainly damaged the credibility of the church in the eyes of some people. It is important that we face the issues of abuse, whether it is sexual, physical, or verbal, whether it is against children or adults, in a responsible manner. Ignoring the issue or sweeping it under the carpet will not solve the problem. In some cases, perpetrators as well as victims can go into a state of denial because of fear and embarrassment. Some victims suffer from misplaced guilt. The whole situation has also opened some church leaders to false accusations. We saw that some years ago with our former Archbishop Joseph Bernardin, and a little more recently with Cardinal Mahoney in Los Angeles. If someone has been sexually, physically, or verbally abused by a church leader, parent, spouse, teacher, coach, or scout leader, we need to be careful not to generalize. Most people in authority are not abusive. Most people in authority do have the welfare of others at heart. As a church and as a society, we need good leaders. Because we are coming to terms with the abuses on the part of some authority figures, we should have the courage to realize that we need to encourage healthier people to continue to take on these roles in our church and in our society. We need their abilities and example today more than ever. Jesus is the Good Shepherd. Jesus is the gate through which we enter the fold to grow and develop as healthy human beings and Christian witnesses to the gospel. We ask the Good Shepherd to heal those who are victims of abuse. We ask the Good Shepherd to give perpetrators of abuse the courage to face their problems. We ask the Good Shepherd to inspire healthy people to continue to take on leadership roles in our church and in our society, so that they may reflect the Jesus who tells us today, I came so that they might have life and have it more abundantly.